All right, so if builders have wood on the ground, then you know I'm probably gonna be there. Wait, that kind of sounded weird. All that to say, I'm showing you a brand new community today. They are hard at work with all the fun stuff that's going on out here. Let me show you. They don't even have model homes open yet. This community is the newest one in Fate, Texas. It's gonna have some super phenomenal builders. So let's jump in. I wanna show you Avondale here in Fate, Texas. Come on, let's go. So Avondale is the newest community coming to Fate, Texas. It is right here off of Highway 66 and Ben Payne. I don't even have model homes to show you today. That's how new this community is. Like, I can kind of show you a model home that's almost done. Let's take a look. So there's a model home right there that's almost done. There's another one there that's being built. There's a construction trailer over there where the builders are selling out of. So in this community, you're gonna have 4 builders. You're gonna have Coventry, you're gonna have Taylor Morrison, you're gonna have Chesmar, and you're gonna have Perry. This is gonna be a 40 and 45 foot product. As you know before, you've been around my channel, Perry, one of my favorite builders. Coventry, solid. Chesmar, great. Taylor Morrison, solid choice. So you've got some really good builders here in a very good community. We'll drive around, kind of show you what to expect. This community is gonna have about 300 homes, plus some mixed use development, amenity center. You do not have an on-site elementary school, but you are close to a Rockwall ISD elementary school. So we will definitely be back out here when the models are open, so I can show you that. But for now, I'm just trying to give you an early insight into this brand new community. My name is Zach. If we haven't met before, I sell real estate here in DFW. Specifically, I sell new construction homes. That's what I love to do. So if you are looking for a new construction home, or you're relocating into DFW and you have questions and you need help, my contact information, it's gonna be right here in this video. I wanna help you get the best deal possible, but I can't do that if you don't reach out. So you have to reach out and we'll get this process started, because oftentimes the best time to get a really good deal is when a neighborhood looks like this. This right now is probably one of the best times to see a brand new community, because there is nothing going on. Right? I mean, there's stuff going on, but there's like nobody living here. So you really get to see the layout of what this community is going to look like and all that fun stuff. So you can kind of see here, we've got some, there is going to be some rear entry garage product in this community. So you've got rear entry and front entry, like we were talking about before. It's 40 and 45 foot lots. So what you're seeing a lot of builders do when they do this smaller footprint is they're moving to that rear entry garage product. So on the plus side, it means that you have almost no yard to maintain if you're looking for something like that. On the downside, it means you have almost no yard to maintain if you're looking for yard. So you got to kind of trade it out one way or the other. This over here, and actually here's a minute. Later in the video, I'm actually gonna take you to my office and we're gonna look at the master planned site plan that was submitted to the P&Z committee. So I wonder, this could be, I think, a big piece of that. But if you look kind of over here in the distance, you can see that's Highway 30. So you got a major thoroughfare, major state highway that runs right through there. So easy access there. This community itself sits on Route 66, and so Route 66 kind of runs all the way basically through Fate. You can kind of take it all the way through Rockwall, and it'll run you back all the way into the George Bush toll road. So you have options there. I wish I had models to show you, but I don't. But which means this is probably the moment that you're going to get some of the best pricing for this neighborhood. And we'll take a look at all of those pricing sheets later in the video, kind of show you where prices are starting, what you can expect. Fate as a whole is really growing. There's some lots of new developments happening here in the Fate area. Listen, I get it. I know what some of you are already going to say in the comments. You're like, Zach, it's 40 and 45 foot lots. I get it. I know. I wish more builders would do bigger lots. But this is just kind of the state of where we're at with the prices of land, especially in places that are growing like the Rockwall area. So 40 and 45 foot lots. I'm gonna show you later in the video what some of the pricing is on that and kind of where we're starting. 2 of the builders have prices out, 2 of them don't yet. First move-ins for this community are gonna be probably April, May. From what I've kind of looked at online, like I said, the models will probably be open. I'm guessing the Coventry one will probably be open first, and then the Perry one will open shortly after that, and then of course Taylor Morrison and Chessmont will follow suit. But they do have the ability to pre-sell. There is trailer on site, so they can sell from there. Oh, there goes the lunch truck for the construction guys. Side note, you could never convince me to eat from one of those. I would be so scared. I would get so sick. So that's kind of the way it goes, unfortunately, with the price of land. If you want to get into those larger home sites, those 50, 60, 70, 80, you're either A, you're going to pay a whole lot more money, or B, you're going to have to go a whole lot further out. So here in DFW, that's just kind of the market situation based on what is being spent on land and what's being developed. It is interesting to see how many of these. So I've seen a few different cities that are saying, hey, we're not actually going to allow you to develop anything smaller than 50-foot lots anymore. I think there's been a lot of pushback on things like that. So as people push back on that and cities change their planning and zoning, I'm super interested to see how that affects pricing and how that changes the experience for the buyer. But all that to be said, Avondale, I think, could be a great option here in Fate. If you're wanting, again, Rockwall ISD schools at not quite Rockwall ISD prices. I mean, it is going to be not cheap, but there's some options out here as well. So you've got this community, you've got Montera, but this is the newest one that's going on. I will tell you, if I'm giving you a con on this community, one of my cons is 66 kind of getting out of here. It's a 2-lane road, and there is already a ton of traffic that moves through here. So with this addition of these, whatever we said it was, 500 homes, plus apartment complexes, that's only going to get worse. So I hope the city has some plans to figure out that. They are cutting in another road that goes straight back up to 30, because before you kind of have to zig your way back through town, or you take Ben Payne. So there is another road being cut in as an access point to get back to 30, so that's a plus. Grocery store wise, you've got Fresh right across the highway. I'll show you that on the map later. So good options, lots to show you today. So let's continue on. Okay, let's take a quick look at the map. I want to kind of show you where Fate is, what you can kind of expect, and some things that you might want to know if you're considering buying in this area. So here we go. All right, so if we're looking, we'll zoom out the map. So you're looking at Dallas and you're like, where in the world is Fate? So we're gonna come right over here to the east. So you'll cross Lake Ray Hubbard, great place for recreation, for boating, jet skiing, all that fun stuff. People love it. You hang out at the harbor, good places to go there. So right here, this is Fate. So Fate is nestled right in between Rockwall and Royse City. It does not have its own school district, so half of Fate goes to Royse City ISD, half of Fate goes to Rockwall ISD, so it's serviced by both of those school districts. This particular community that we're talking about in Avondale is going to be part of Rockwall ISD, so you have, so let me show you here. So what we're talking about is this right here is Avondale. Obviously, Google hasn't updated their maps yet, but that's Avondale right there. So to give you an idea on grocery stores, over here you have Fresh by Brookshire's, which is like high-end Fresh. They've got really great deli, meats, cheeses, beers, wines. They actually have a bar inside the grocery store. It's kind of wild. So you've got that just opened in the last year, and there's a lot of retail development that's going around it. Whataburger's going over there. There's a Starbucks, there's McDonald's, there's Taco Bell, there's a diner. And then in downtown Fate, right over here, you have like a Specs, you have the Forchex Bakery, which is phenomenal. If you want good kolaches, they're top notch. Pablo's Mexican Cantina, all kinds of really good stuff. So this is where Avondale is going to be. So you've got easy access right back here to 30. If you need to get into town, you can take 30. 66 also cuts across as a major thoroughfare, and then like I said, you can get to George Bush, or you can get to wherever you need to go on that end. Also, if you're concerned about like elementary schools, so the elementary school that your kids would go to if you're in Avondale, turn that off, is right here. That is Billy Stevenson Elementary, so it's inside of Wood Creek, which is one of the massive neighborhoods in Fate. The high school is right up here by the Walmart, and then the middle school is just, it's like right down the road here. So middle school, high school there. Rockwall is also building 2 freshman centers. Those are going to be open, I believe, in the fall of 2024. Actually, I'll probably take you out there and show you that after this, but let's finish here first. So you've got the freshman center, you've got relatively close middle school, high school, elementary school, all the fun stuff that goes into that. And then the best thing that I can show you that's coming in this area that I think makes this a super great buy is right here on 30. We're getting 2 things that I think people love. One, we're getting IKEA. So you either love them or you hate them, but IKEA is coming right there on 30, just outside of Fate. They'll be open in the next couple of years. You know, like I said, you either love it or you hate it, either way. But this next one, I guarantee you love it, especially if you're a Texas person. We are getting H-E-B. That's right, H-E-B, the grocery store. They own land right there on 30. They're developing a store. Hopefully that'll be open by the end of 2024, if not by the first part of 2025. We are super excited about that one. So tons of options here. If you're looking kind of at Fate, again, getting across the Metroplex. If you're like, hey, I need to go to the airport, like I need to go to Dallas Love Field. You know, I personally, we live out this way and make that drive. It's about a 35 or 40 minute drive if you need to do that. If you're trying to get to DFW, it's gonna be a little bit further because you're cutting all the way across, but still relatively easy access, and you know, still great living, tons of shopping and restaurants. You've got Costco in Rockwall, you've got Target, you've got all of those things. And then of course you have easy access up the George Bush to get to, you know, Wiley, Plano, Richardson, McKinney, all of those places too. So this is why it could be a good buy. All right, let's take a minute and let's take a look kind of, I know I kind of walked you through the neighborhood, showed you some aerial stuff from there. I want to kind of show it to you on the map, and then we'll talk pricing, HOA, taxes, all that fun stuff of what's actually coming into Avondale. So let's start. I want to show you this. This is the P&Z document that was submitted with the City of Fate. I'm pretty sure this is the final one, but I'm not 100% certain. So this is just kind of what I found on the City of Fate website through their P&Z committee. So neighborhood data, when we look down here kind of at the bottom, we'll start there. So we're looking at 387 homes. So we've got 205 45-foot lots and 182 40-foot lots. So 387 homes plus a multifamily development. So kind of taking a look here. So you've got, so the blue is those 45-foot lots. The orange is going to be the locations of your 40-foot lots. So here is Ben Payne, which is kind of one of the main roads that runs through Fate. And then you're getting this cut through road that'll take you back to the highway. And then of course, here's 66. And that is actually the road that wraps basically all the way through Fate. So we're going to get a multifamily unit here. You know, it says it's going to cover 13.4 acres. So this is basically going to be apartment complexes. You get the retention walls, amenity center right here in the center of the neighborhood. And then of course a split mix out through the rest of the neighborhood. So kind of like I said, with the interior being those smaller lots, and then the exterior being the the interior being the 40-foot lots, and then the exterior being the 45-foot lots. So, and then eventually a commercial development up on this side. I don't know what that's going to be, but this is kind of the plan that was submitted to the City of Fate for Avondale. The other thing I want to show you while we're sitting here is the pricing sheets. So some of the builders have their pricing up and available, some of them do not, but I think a couple of them already have product on the ground that they're selling, with looking at a April to May closing timeline. So perfect time, kind of get in. You know, if you're looking at the late spring, this might be one of those communities to take a look at. So let's go take a look at their pricing sheets. We have 4 builders. We have Perry, Chesmar, Coventry, and Taylor Morrison that I know of that are going to be part of this project. So this is the Coventry website. And you know, they're saying, they're advertising, hey, we're starting at the 370s. Like we did talk about, was Rockwall ISD schools, tax rate. So this is important. So 1.8 per $100 of appraised value. And then your HOA is going to be $850 per year. So 1.8 per 100 of appraised valuation and $850 per year on the HOA due. And then, so they've got homes already on the ground with estimated completion dates. So 405, so 3/2/1653, May 2024, 412, 414, 465, 416, 447, 494. So advertising, we're starting in at the 370s. Yeah, here. But then like anything on their inventory sheet, the cheapest one is going to be this 405. Floor plan wise, let's see kind of like what they've got with Coventry. So it's a base level for them is 3.2 with 1649 square feet, and that starts at 378. So then we go up 386, 414, 446, and then 458. So it looks like they're hearing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products. So 2 single stories and 1 2-story product for them. Let's just kind of take a look at one of those available homes and kind of see what we're getting when we look at Coventry. Let's pick, let's do this one. So floor plan, you get this long foyer. I guess I don't know, we call it shotgun style. I'm not really sure. 2 bedrooms on the front side, your bathroom, and then your master bedroom in the middle, and a rear entry 2-car garage. So I think this is going to be, excuse me, potentially on one of those interior lots if it's going to be a rear entry garage. The other builder that has their pricing and plans already on their website is Perry. And if you've been around my channel, I'm usually a really big fan of Perry from the quality standpoint and from a design standpoint. The other two, Chesmar and Taylor Morrison, as of the recording of this video, we do not. Wait, maybe we do. Do we? Oh, we do have Chesmar. We do not have floor plans on the Chesmar site, and we do not have anything on the Taylor Morrison site. So hopefully they'll get those up and we can update our video file. But for now, we'll go back and check out Perry. So 40 foots starting in the 380s, and then 45s starting from the 450s. I just want to let that set for a second, because 450 on 45 foot lots. Well, I have an opinion, but that's okay. Let's check it out and just kind of see let's look at floor plans. So they're going to have, so they've got, looks like 15 different floor plans on their 45 foot lot series, ranging from 452 all the way up to starting base price of 529. So a 529 base price at 442 2594. Just let's take a look and see what that. So on the floor plan, so this is back to a front entry garage. You get the home office on the front side, dining area, 2 bedrooms down. I know that's something that a lot of people are looking for when we talk about 2 stories, is 2 bedrooms down. And then upstairs you have 2 more bedrooms and a game room. And then of course a high open ceiling here. And then let's look at what they have. Let's see if they have anything listed on Quick Move In. So there, it's interesting. So Perry, their inventory homes, I think, are only going to be on the 45 foot lots, at least as of right now. So under construction. So we've got 8. So yeah, April, August. Let's take a look at one of these April ones. Let's check this one out. So currently 477. That's without any sort of incentives, closing costs, things like that. Front entry garage, home office, bedrooms, and primary back, and then a large covered patio. So those are a few options and plans. Obviously, as the community progresses, we will make sure we get back out and see kind of the progress and see and show you those model homes, show you kind of the designs, what's gone into them. Part of why, I think, in my opinion, part of why you're getting that pricing, that where we're getting it on a 40 and 45 foot lot, is the Rockwall ISD piece. That is a highly sought after school district to want to be in. And if this was not in Fate and it was in Rockwall, these prices would be even higher. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to spend. I'll be the first to say that it's a lot to spend on a 45 foot lot at a cost per square foot.
because realistically you're getting close. I mean, you're still a little cheaper, but you've got Montera right up the road that's 50 and 70 foot lots that are pricing out like they've got houses in the mid 5s to the 7s. So it's just like the hard part for me, honestly, if I'm being transparent, is the 370, 380 starting price. And then because quickly that becomes 400 by the time you do design, by the time you do selections and all of those things, it'll quickly become 400. So if you're looking in that space, this might be one to look at. I was hoping when I saw this community starting to be developed, selfishly, I was hoping that we would start probably at a little lower price point, just to give, kind of a more of an entry level space. But I understand what they're doing. I had my hopes, but that's what this is.
So probably 5 to 7 minutes up the road is the Rockwall High School freshman campus that's being built. So if you have a freshman going into high school, or you will soon have high school age students, this is going to be the new campus that's part of the Rockwall ISD ecosystem. They're building one on the north side, one on the south side. This is the one that would be connected to Avondale. I think it's supposed to open fall of 2024. I want to show it to you. You can kind of see it over there. I'll get the drone up and see if we can get some aerial footage, but kind of the freshman campus, we're over here at the corner, kind of 1141 and Quail Run. Rockwall ISD as a whole is growing massively, so they're trying to figure out some of those problems to make sure that they have enough space to accommodate their kids. So if you have that going on in terms of schools, so that's Avondale. That's everything that I can show you right now. Of course, when the models are on the ground, we'll be back out and we'll shoot some of those models, show you the inside, show you all the pretty things. But I wanted to at least give you the information so you have it. So if you want to be first, you can be first. Now, what do we do about that? If you want to get connected with one of those builders, best way to do that is for you and I to connect. My cell phone number, my email is going to be at the bottom of this video. Send me a text, shoot me an email, give me a call. I'm here to help any way that I can. Like I said, new construction is my jam. That is what I love to do. That is what I specialize in. Whether you're here in DFW or you're moving to DFW, I don't care. Let's have a conversation. And if I can be helpful in any way possible, I want to be there for you. So we will see you in our next video. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. Appreciate your time. Bye for now.